It is going to be a summer preview out there, especially by midweek. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday all should be into the low 80s or right around 80 at worst, especially inland. It will be much cooler at the shore. The sea breeze will be very, very evident with a south flow. That will also lead us to turn a little bit on the humid side as well. So it's going to feel like summer out there, even, as you get towards the shore points and the beaches. And remember, the water's still very cold, and that's one of the reasons the sea breeze can be a killer this time of year. But it's also going to lead to some patchy fog every morning this week as well. So we'll talk about that in a second. Some storm is possible late in the day on Thursday. That's our best chance of rain all week long. And then again, later in the weekend, as we get closer towards Memorial Day, Monday itself, could be a little bit more on the cloudier and cooler side. The clouds, they got out of here today eventually. It started off on an overcast sky. A lot of us were probably saying, oh boy, here we go again. But yes, the beautiful Monday trend out there. Temperatures still hanging on to around 70 inland. And, not too bad as you work your way further south. 69 New Bedford, but right along the water, places like Falmouth, over towards Westerly, barely 60 degrees at this point. So the south wind is really kind of starting to take over. We had that northeast wind, that onshore flow all weekend long. We were locked into the clouds for most of the time as a result of that. A lot of this because of that same ocean storm that has just been sitting around here and stalled out after moving just south of us last week. It's the same one that brought all of that incredible rainfall for South County on Thursday of last week. Now we're getting another high building in, and that's going to bring that southwest flow in here. So the temperature is warming up. Again, Thursday, late Thursday, maybe lingering into early Friday morning, nighttime hours. That's your best chance of rain all week long. Doesn't look like a lot outside of that. So again, that new high builds in. It helps to usher that other high and that low out to sea. So again, the northeast wind gets replaced by that southwest flow. A couple of pieces of energy go well north of us. So again, we are dry until that cold front gets here late on Thursday. And again, muggy air. It's going to feel a little bit humid, not oppressive or anything overbearing out there, but it certainly will make it feel like summer. There is that line that we're going to have to keep a close eye on. No severe outlooks or anything like that just yet, but I'll be keeping a close eye on it for you. 53 degrees tonight, variably cloudy. Again, that fog is going to start developing late as winds coming out of the south, and they're light. Remember, the water temperatures are in the low 50s right now, and that is going to really dictate your temperatures over the coming days here. Look at these numbers along the shoreline. 62 in Westerly tomorrow, 61 in Newport. New Bedford's a little warmer, 68. Warwick, 76. How about Burrillville? 82 degrees. Brockton, 81. So certainly a big difference there. And again, your boating forecast, we'll have to watch for a little bit of patchy fog these next couple of mornings. But outside of that, the boating conditions will be great. You'll certainly get some relief out on the water. Again, Caitlin had that package earlier stressing boating safety. That is the week that we do this, and that's because of how cold the water temperatures are, and it can be very, very dangerous. And, some good information there. Yeah, you wouldn't put your seatbelt on during a crash or after a car crash. You wouldn't put your life jacket on as a boating accident has happened. Always want to make sure to take those precautions because of how cold the water is. You can get hypothermia this time of year. And most of these deaths, even if, it's not a man overboard situation, most of the deaths ultimately occur because of drowning. And a lot of times, the overwhelming majority of those are because you're not wearing a life jacket. But again, I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from going down, taking advantage of our beautiful beaches and our beautiful waterways early in the summer season. So
I just think, sorry, go ahead.
No.
I was going to say, and just the importance also of not drinking and swimming and drinking and boating too, because then you're inebriated and that just adds to it.
Yeah, and the majority of those crashes are also then as a result of people that are having too much fun to, be bothered with life jackets and things like that. So, I mean, it goes without saying, but we unfortunately still do have to say it. And you, my friend, what were you going to
I was going to say, this is the week everybody's going to want to get outside and get on
right.
the water because I see we're sniffing 80.
Sniffing 80.
Absolutely.
Sniffing the 80s. Well, we'll hope that at least some of the warmer weather can hang on until Memorial Day weekend. It looks like we might dip back into the 60s Sunday and Monday.
We did
will
at the
see.
same time.
We'll see.
Look at that.